So I was gonna do some more professor ratings yesterday before coming to today, or before coming to school today, but things got a little carried away because yesterday I got this thing. Oh my God. Best computer I've ever had. This is an amazing piece of hardware. I can't wait to start editing on this thing to get out some great content for all of you. But let's get back to the reviews. So another review is as follows. This man is a very good professor. That's how I picture them saying it. This man is a very good professor. This man is a very good professor, but did bite more than he can chew. Did give us more assignments than ever, but did get extra opportunities to excel in this class. Did everything possible and did what the professor asked, but the amount, of course, was overbearing for him. With the amount of time that was given to each assignment and still not have our grades posted in a timely manner isn't very fair. Like it was said before, this man is a good professor, but just had a lot on his plate. Also, what did get me on the edge is the priorities. That is all I'm going to say. If I work full-time, go to school full-time, and still manage to do my assignments and turn them in on time and still spend time with my family, then it is possible to do the same. Like I said, loved his class, always went to his lectures, made the class very entertaining or interesting. It's just the priorities that was out of sync with the class. And that was for Psychology 3322 Abnormal Psychology Face-to-Face. Thank you for the review. I appreciate the constructive criticism. This was another review, just like in the previous one, that I can't tell, is this positive or is this negative? But I can see both the positive and the negative. I can see that this person did notice that I was trying my best to get all the material out, but at the same time, I do agree with a lot that was said in this review. I did take on a lot on my plate last semester with the video lectures, and I just didn't manage my time well enough last semester, and that's something that I learned for this semester. And again, I've already have all the lectures filmed, so there shouldn't be any hiccups along with the lectures this semester and anytime I use them in the future. But I do 100% agree with that statement. Where is it? If I work full-time, go to school full-time, and still manage to do my assignments and turn them in on time and still spend time with my family, then it's possible to do the same. Exactly. And that is something that I've also been preaching a lot too. And which is one of the reasons as to why I'm getting a little stricter on some of the assignments this semester, because I understand that completely now. Like, I understood it before, but after my experiences from last semester, I understand it 120%. So thank you for that review. I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind comments as well. I did try to do my best last semester. This semester, it's a whole new ball game, it's a whole new semester, and I think that it's going pretty well for the face-to-face abnormal psychology class so far. Thank you. Another review from, I think this is the first one I've actually done, from Psych 3322, my online semester, or my online class. A great professor, enjoyed the lectures posted online and his sense of humor. I appreciated the professor being empathetic and understanding after Hurricane Harvey. That was a very hard semester when it came to Hurricane Harvey, because it devastated the Houston area, devastated many people, it devastated UHD students, and luckily I was able to secure free textbooks for my students. I ran a campaign so I can get textbooks donated to myself, and I can distribute them to students that were in need of textbooks or that lost their textbooks in the flood and whatnot. And luckily, a lot of students benefited from that and got their books back. And what was great about it is my abnormal psychology textbook was actually, or I reached out to the author of my abnormal psychology textbook, and they supplied me with 13 copies of the textbook for free. And that was amazing of them. And Dr. Navid, Dr. Green, and Dr. Rathis, I still thank you to this day for that. And what was great about it is that now I have those copies of the textbooks, and instead of me selling them, making me money, I lent them out to students this semester as well, and saved 13 students, you know, a couple $100 because that's an expensive textbook. Not only that, but Dr. David Eagleman sent me 24 copies of his book. I want to say it's 24. It could have been more of his book, and I'm just so grateful for that. So yes, Harvey was devastating for the Houston area and UHD students, but I was able to secure some free books, and hopefully that helped, and hopefully students appreciated last semester, and hopefully they appreciate that I can lend them books now in that class, because that book is like $130 this semester. So I hope that. So thank you for those 2 reviews for that class. Okay, one more from the official course evaluation, then I'll move into the Rate My Professor evaluations. This was for my Psychology 3319 Cognitive Psychology face-to-face class, and I'm getting a lot of camera shake. Okay, hopefully me not leaning on the table won't shake too much. He's a great professor and fun to listen to, especially his love for comic books. The interaction he has with his students is great and funny, which I like. Hope to take him for next course in spring of 2018. 2018 Avengers Infinity War comes out. Gotta root for Iron Man and Spider-Man. Thank you for the review. I appreciate the kind words. And I'm sorry, I'm a DC guy. So, though I am looking forward for Infinity War. I love the Marvel movies. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I do have some working knowledge of Marvel characters, but I don't really read Marvel books. But thank you for that one. So I forgot to put my bow tie on before class. See if I can use my screen right here to put it on. Booyah, it worked. So they're doing the clinical interview exercise, just trying to get them some experience on how it is to be a professional counselor. Oh my goodness. All right, so as class just ended, I got 4 very courageous volunteers behind me, previous students of mine, who are going to give me their thoughts on my course evaluations. So this one, I'll face them. So this one was from my Psychology 3322 Abnormal Psychology class. So this class that you're taking, it was face-to-face. The course evaluation was, in-class discussions are very interesting. I learned a lot about abnormal psychology in your class. I just have one comment. In the in-class discussions, after all the students finish giving their opinions about a topic, can you please also give your opinion to conclude the topic? Sometimes there were several answers for one topic, and I did not know what were the correct answers. Sometimes it was confusing. Thanks. So, thank you for the review. Really appreciate it. Again, these reviews make it a lot easier for us professors to get better. What do y'all think?
I think it would be helpful to know your opinion. Of course, after everyone, knows their own opinion. Because if we know your opinion before, then it'll obscure our own opinion.
But do y'all feel as if I'm summing up?
I think after listening to a student's opinion, you are always very supportive of their answer, and unless the student is really off subject, then
You should correct
show
them.
your correct
And
opinion.
put them on track.
Okay, so that concludes all of the official course evaluations. Let's move into the Rate My Professor ones. So these are ones that y'all can actually read. These are from Rate My Professor from last year. So some of them are from the previous semester, some of them are from spring. Actually, these first two are definitely from last semester. Professor V is simply the best. During Harvey, he reached out to textbook publishers and was able to get books donated so those impacted could have one less worry. Read your text and listen to his video lectures, and the tests would be a breeze. If you take him in enough effort, there is no way you can fail this course. Very knowledgeable, take him. What are your thoughts?
Shows that he had fun in your class. That compared to other professors I took in the past, I kind of agree because I feel like when I come in your class, I feel a lot more ease at the learning how the way you lecture compared to other professors in the past.
And you actually want to come to class because you want to hear the professor say it in a fun way.
Oh, thank you.
It's more interesting.
I think you make the subject really interesting, and you make us want to love the subject and get more involved in it. I really like the way you teach, and you never hesitate to answer any kind of question that we may have. So.
Well, thank y'all. They're gonna make me cry.
And I think that person is right. If they read and actually look at the videos that you make for us, it should be a breeze. The test should be a breeze. It's not hard if you read it, if you watch the video, because the way you teach, you make us want to, it's not boring, like you mentioned before. Sometimes you do get off subject, but to make it more interesting. And you set examples as live examples that we get more involved in it.
So, because y'all think that of me, and I appreciate it, y'all feel as if y'all are getting a more quality education with my teaching style? Because I know the flipped model classroom is not overly accepted by students as the best way to teach, but I want y'all to know. I want to know your thoughts as so far. I know we're only 3 weeks into the class, but I want to know so far. Do you feel as if you're learning in this particular course?
I do.
I like the flipped classroom better, honestly, because with a flipped classroom, well, with this course, it's just textbook, and we have to get to know the author other than getting to know you. So with a flipped classroom, you know what you're looking for, you know what you're getting tested on, you know what to focus on in your readings. And with this, you don't know what to expect when you get a quiz or a test. Not yet. live and still trying to get to know the author.
Yeah, so far, you like the style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Last one, guys, last one. I took Professor Vallejo for both AppPsych and CogPsych. Please don't, if you're gonna do one on Rate My Professor, please don't state that you took me for multiple classes in the same semester because it really narrows it down as to who wrote these, okay? And I like for these things to be anonymous as possible. So, for AppPsych and CogPsych, there was only 2 of them last semester, so I've narrowed it down to 2 people who wrote this one. I took Professor Vallejo for both AppPsych and CogPsych. He has flipped classrooms so that you're able to discuss the chapters and exchange with students on the meaning of some of these when in live settings. He is an interesting and passionate professor who aims for a class that is alive and enjoying the content he presents to them. He gives extra credit as well. But what are your thoughts about this particular evaluation?
I like your style. Again, the flipped classroom helped us to, like that person says, in a live setting situation. We understand it not just in the classroom, but in our own lifestyle, on our everyday life. We can put what we learned in class in our own life.
Yeah, it's kind of more like a hands-on experience, so it lets you apply what you learn in class outside into real life. And it's also, it allows you to have more discussion in class versus lecture. You kind of just have to stay quiet and listen all the time.
So I've been told that this type of classroom, the flip style classroom, allows for students to give their own perspective on things that are in the textbook, things that they may agree with or even disagree with. Do you feel as if you are getting that experience?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the interaction.
The interaction.
There's more interaction, and by sharing that experience, you get to learn better, and actually not just to learn it for the test, but just to know it for yourself as well.
Awesome.
And having the videos helps a lot because you don't have to. The videos help you like watch them first and then come to class and discuss.
So the videos help. So those video lectures that I post on the YouTube channel, they help.
Yeah, they're very helpful.
Awesome. Well, thank you to, I'll try to line up. That's Laura, Delia, Kenny, and Norma. Thank you for participating. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all of you that watch these things for your support. And I think I'm going to end this vlog right here. I talked about, golly, I don't even know how many of these things I talked about already. But I get the sense that I'm doing okay. So I hope to continue doing what I'm doing. I really love this job. Thank you all for everyone that gave me a course evaluation. If you haven't done so, go ahead and go to my Rate My Professor page. I'll link it below to give me an evaluation. And you might see your evaluation in the next time I do this thing. So thank you again, and I will see y'all in the next video. Ciao.
Freedom, freedom.